Boys, we got him. Oh, wow. There's still birds out in the field, so I'm not going to get up right now, but unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh. We literally set up right underneath them. Look at that. 5:56. Oh. Oh my goodness. What a morning. What a morning. Okay. So, there's my decoy spread. The back one there is a Jake on the right. And then I got a Tom with a hen under him. And then I got another hen. You can just see her head. She's about 5 yards past the Tom. Just in line with him. But anyway. So, I get out of the car this morning. Well, actually I should go back to yesterday. Last night, yesterday afternoon, I came, walked this property, and anyway, I walked this property, did a little calling. I was more or less just scouting to see where I wanted to go this morning. Not real familiar with this property. So then, anyway, I was up in the bush about 200 yards from here, up to the right. There's a big ridge up there. Anyway, I was up there calling, and I had a Tom just start hammering on the ridge, down below the ridge that I was on. So he ended up working his way out to this field, so I come down one of the trails, just to the right actually, came out, and he was out here with a hen, and I didn't call. I didn't want to screw things up for this morning, so I just watched them, and they ended up going across. There's a creek between here and that bush line, and they ended up showing up way over there in that opening. That's about 350 yards away. So they just milled around over there, and by the time I left here it was around 5:30, and they were heading actually in the opposite direction. So anyway, I left them alone and I got out of here, and then this morning I got out of my car, which is parked more or less directly behind me, and got out of the car, walked into the field a little bit, and let out an owl hoot, and this Tom here started hammering up in the tree. So I wasn't exactly sure 100% where he was roosted. I was thinking he was actually roosted. This is the ridge I was on yesterday, up in there, and that's actually where I thought he was. It was maybe up in those poplars. Oh yeah, and I got another Tom still gobbling out there, but he's way over on the other side of that bush. Anyway, I thought he was maybe roosted up in here, so I took the field, and the field actually comes, and this is a point of bush, and it's actually a ridge. There's my setup there. I was just kind of behind the tree in my bag. But anyway, he wasn't roosted. He wasn't roosted up in there. I got my decoy set up there, and as I was just coming in from setting them up, he let out a gobble, and where's my bay? He was literally 25 yards behind me. So that's kind of partly why I set up there. So I ended up just setting up right there. I didn't want to make any more noise than I already had. Got set down, and that was at 5:15, 20 after 5. So anyway, legal shooting's around 5:26, 5:27. So I sat down, and he continued to gobble, and actually he was kind of like drumming and doing the psst in the tree, which I've never heard. Anyway, I would have turned the camera on earlier, except for with him only being about 25 yards behind me. I really didn't want the light from the camera shining right back at him, and I didn't dare move. So anyway, that's why I turned the camera on when I did, and that's when the hens, which I didn't realize he had hens with him, that's when the hens pitched out. They were actually up in the birch trees here, and they come down. One actually landed with the decoys, and then the other ones kind of landed just right about out here. So anyway, and then he was the last to come out of the tree. I think there might have been a hen or two after him, but anyway, so then he pitched out of there, and he come down, he landed right about there, and then he started to work his way up towards the decoys. But because I was sitting behind that tree was right in my way, and anyway, he started heading up towards the decoys, and he's only about, I think, about 30 yards away from where I was sitting, so I didn't want to move too much. And once he got behind the tree this way of the camera, then I was able to turn the camera, and I don't know if I got it on film or not, the shot, but anyway, that's how it all went down. Let's go take a look at the bird. So this is actually the trail I was on last night, or yesterday afternoon, when I saw those birds across the creek. I just came out to right about there and was watching them. So there he is. Did a number on his head. Let's see, that's probably about an 8-inch beard. Doesn't have much for spurs. About 3/4 inch spurs. I'll take them. This is my first bird actually for 2018. I've been taking out other guys hunting. Got my dad his first bird this year. There's another look at the decoys. And that's where I was sitting. It was by the left of the two poplar trees there. Nice looking bird. Got a nice, nice full tail on him. It was a beautiful morning. Great hunt. Glad to get a bird on the ground. Season's getting on. It's actually May 21st. But we got her done. So, one more bird to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching.